Hi, this is Roni, and I'm part of a YouTube hop today. This one's called Learning is an Adventure, and Sarah Scrap started it, and I want to thank her for inviting everyone to join. And the theme of the hop is back to school. That's why learning is an adventure. And I'm going to do a picture of my grandson. And his first day back to school last year, not this year. And it's not at my daughter's house because she did forget to take his picture. Like at the last minute, she thought of it when she's getting ready to go out of her subdivision. So she pulls over and gets out of the car and has him get out and takes his picture. And then they all get back in and go on to the school because she knew I wanted that picture. The kit I'm using is called Hall Pass by We Are Memory Keepers, and it is several years old. Chances are you won't be able to find it unless maybe on eBay. The background that I'm going to be using is a cardstock that came with the kit. It came with probably 5 or 6 different colors of cardstock besides the pattern paper. And I'm going to use the alphabet one there, the darker one, as a layer on my page, and then I'm going to cut down that other one that the picture's laying on right now. And my picture does have that white trim, but it's not going to stay on there. I'm going to go ahead and cut it off because all the papers in this collection are aged and looked a bit distressed, and so that bright white didn't go with it. So I ended up cutting it off and just matting the picture on something else. Some of the cardstock that came with the kit. And I think about here is where I decided, nope, that's not going to work. Nope, not yet. I haven't noticed it yet. Sorry. I'm going to use that as part of my title. And it says first day of school, and my title is going to be first day of school already with question marks and exclamation points, because you know how quickly it comes. And I am going to map my picture with that green, and then I've got one that's kind of like a dark burnt orange, and so I'm going to do a double matte. And the background on that one's got a lot of speech bubbles. I don't care much for speech bubbles. If I use those words, I'd probably try to cut the bottom part of the bubble off or something. I do use my T-square ruler to get these two straight, and then I tried to get the picture straight with it later, but those little photo corners kept getting in my way, and they get in the way of my title, so they're going to end up coming off. Much as I wanted to use them with this layout, they're going to come off of my page and not going to last at all. But I do like them on my layout. They kind of remind me of the corners on some of the books. You know, the older books would have the leather corners or the metal corners. And so that's one reason I wanted them on there. But like I said, they're going to come off because they do get in my way. This is going to be part of my title. It says first day of school, and my title's going to read first day of school already with a question mark, exclamation point, question mark, exclamation point. And I'm going to use it as part of my title. And since it's going to be sitting right next to the photo corners there, not too far away, that's how it is. Well, just one is getting in my way. Let's put it that way. One gets in my way, so they all end up going. I'm putting foam tape underneath this. I guess you'd call it a ribbon slide. I think that's what they call them. And you usually put ribbon through the slots there. But I didn't have no ribbon I thought would go. Well, I didn't even think of ribbon, to tell the truth. I used this jute is what it's called, and I ended up using it. It's a whole lot like twine, and I would probably call it twine if it hadn't said jute on the packaging. But yeah, it's just jute, whatever jute is. It is several threads, and it kind of reminds me of embroidery thread, but it's just a little bit heavier, and It's not really stiff though. I had some jute one time that was kind of on the stiff side, but this one isn't. I got it off eBay, and the ones I had before that said jute, I got off Close to My Heart, and I think I paid, my goodness, maybe $4 or $5 for it, and all I got was like, I think it was 8 feet or something. It wasn't a whole lot, and this looks exactly like it because I had a tiny bit left when I got this, and I got like 105 feet for about the same price. I think less even. So if you want that jute, get it off at Amazon. It was Amazon that I got it off of. And this page has like little measuring things all over it. I guess they're supposed to be rulers, and several different colors. And my title's going to end up resting on it. And yeah, here's where I'm taking the photo corners off. And I do end up tearing the paper just a little bit when I do. But I'm going to get the ink pad out, and it's old paper, and it covers it up really good. You can't even tell that I messed it up. It fills in all the little white looking spots. And I'm going to end up using that ink on my background paper plus all those little pieces of ruler. Yeah, it looked pretty good on there, so I ended up using it on several things. And of course I'm using the Tim Holtz blending tool, I believe it's called. And the reason I'm using these is I tried putting my title down and I didn't like it the way it was just setting. So I pulled it off, and then I was going to use just one of them to put it on there, but one by itself didn't look very good, and I think I cut a yellow one that was too small, and it's sitting over there in the scrap area to go with the rest of the scraps to use on another layout. The orange one, it's just kind of there for looks, but the yellow one is the one that I'm going to put my word already and my question mark and an exclamation point. And the stickers that I'm using, I'm not sure what ones they are. They were in the iris container with this. Yeah, and it didn't have the packaging with it. It just had those. So either I was in a big hurry when I put it up, or my granddaughters were in a big hurry when they put it up. Because I don't know what they are. I'm kind of thinking they might accidentally be Wonder, but I'm not sure. I know they're one of the older sets though. And they are black foam, so that might help you recognize them. If any of you recognize them, because I don't. But I do like them because they are smaller font, and you can fit more things on your page when you're using the smaller font. So I like the smaller font. I do have some bigger ones, and I do use them on occasion, yeah. And I'm trimming off the excess of the rulers here, and see how much better it looks already without the photo corners. Yeah, it just wasn't going to work right there in that one corner anyway. I guess I could maybe have gone back and put them on the corners of the whole page or something. But the layout's done, so I don't guess I will. And this page has lockers on it. I love these lockers. I'm going to use one only on this page. Yeah, I'm not going to go overboard. Just the one. I thought I was going to use it down in the right-hand corner. But I go pulling out these, and I think these are supposed to be kind of like for a title. They did sell them separately in the store, like 50 cents a piece, I think it was. But they also came in the kit, so one of each came in the kit, and then I've got a couple extra, and I think I might have won them at a scrapbook party once when I went at the store. I'm going to use that one, the School Zone, down at the bottom. And I'm going to use up there in the upper left-hand corner one that says, "You are a cut above the rest," and then it has scissors there. I'm pulling out one of the mini flare, and like I said, this is an old kit, I believe from maybe 2011 or 12. I did look on the packaging when I pulled it out to see if I could see what the date was, but I couldn't find it anywhere on there. So I can't tell you the date, but I would say 2011 or 12. But it's still gorgeous. I mean, I still like it a lot. I have not stopped liking it. It's great for boy layouts. I don't, yes, I've even used it on one of my granddaughter's layouts. She won an award at school, and there was a challenge once that said you had to create a cluster embellishment. And so you didn't have a scrapbook page or anything to go with it. You just had that. So I made it. And I never put it on a layout. It finally got on a layout when I made her page a couple of months ago. Yay me! But yeah, it's kind of big by the time I got done with it, since that's all I was working on. And I did add quite a bit to it. So it kind of took up, maybe an eighth of the scrapbook page by the time I got done. And all I did was set it down there in the corner. Here's some scraps from some of the other layouts. And this one, it's not very big, but I thought it went with the ABC paper there in the background. It's the same dark color. And I thought, well, I might as well use it on this layout and add to my cluster right here. I'm going to hang my locker off the page just a little bit, and I'm going to hang that little sticker. And these stickers, instead of just being plain stickers, they're all embossed, and so they're more three-dimensional. They are just cardstock, and they're not chipboard, but they all are embossed, so they're really pretty stickers. I don't think our memory keepers make these anymore. At least I haven't seen any. I can't think of the last time that I did. And I probably have, I would say 4 or 5 of these, because they were at my local store. And, that was the only place I shopped at besides eBay before I started watching YouTube and finding out about other stores on the internet. Yeah, pretty exciting when I found that out. Right now I'm taking some of that jute and I'm just I'm putting knots in the end, because I just hate to go back on my scrapbook page and find them raveled out. And if I put the knot on there, they don't ravel. And then I'm going to make some loops. And when I go to lay my embossed sticker down on there, I'm not going to see much of that. So I will have to do a little bit of rearranging when I see it covers most of it up. So I'm pulling some down, because I want it to show up. I don't want it all hid. And so, yeah, I'm going to play with it a minute. It's not going to be that casual. I'm not just tossing it under there and going, because, yeah, I want some of it to show. And I'm going to cut off the excess on it, too. And the cluster down at the bottom, I'm going to use some of the jute down there also. So I'll have it in 3 places, not pages, places on my page. I can't even talk. I am getting a little bit hoarse. I'm not going to make as big of a, wad of jute here. I'm going to make it smaller and just hang it over the edge, because I thought I was making it bigger on the other one and it wasn't showing up very well. And I thought, well, if I just put it over to the edge, I won't have to use as much. And it basically all end up showing up. And I'm going to look at the chipboard, and those are 3-dimensional chipboard. And I'm going to take the A+, and I don't know if I inked them yet or not. Surely I have, since I got it all glued down. But I did ink them. I do remember doing it. Maybe I cut it out for some reason. The little flare, they're called mini flare. It says "You Rock" over and over again. And then it has like MP3 player and some headphones. Well, not headphones. Well, yeah, headphones. And then earbuds also. It has both on there. And I thought about using those wooden stars and hearts and arrows. but I couldn't see anywhere on there that I really wanted to use them, but I did want to use the enamel dots, and so I ended up using 3 different colors. And yeah, I decided to move one of those dots, and it pulled the paper right up. But I'm going to fix that. I've got it all covered back up, and you won't even be able to tell by the time I'm done that I moved something and messed it up. Yeah, I'm going to put them in 3 different places on my layout, and then I'm going to think I'm done, because, enamel dots is like the last thing I usually do. But I thought, man, I've got those 2 awesome punches that make the paper that looks like it's tore out of a notebook, and I'm doing a school page. I have to use that on here. So yeah, I pull that out. Oh, this is a Jenny Bolin, I think the name was. And I'm just going to cut one in half. And I wanted it straight. I didn't want to cut it by hand because I wanted to make sure it was straight, because I am going to use it in my punch. And then just tuck it underneath the photo mat. And this is my newest punch. The other one has like square holes, and this one has round holes. And one of them don't punch as well as the other. So I am going to fix them. And I fixed one and didn't pay attention, but there is one more, and I will fix it. And I'll notice it while I'm inking it. There it is. And all I'm going to do is slide this underneath the edge of that mat there. And nothing else. And then I'm going to look over with my scraps, and this was a scrap. I think I cut it off of something, but I thought it'd go really good on the right hand side as another layer behind my photo. And oh yeah, I decided to go ahead and put the year so I won't forget that. And the thing is, I have his ID card. Well, one of them. Apparently he lost a few during the year, and my plans was to put it on this page and forgot all about it until after I got the page done. So I guess I'm going to have to make a pocket on the back to put it, and put something where you can tell it, because I told my daughter that I would put it on this layout when I made it. This is a Mr. Huey's, and I'm going to sprinkle it on the page, and it's perfect for this page. It's a really pretty green, and it's called Bookworm. Perfect. The name of it's even perfect. But yeah, I'm going to just sprinkle it around the page, and then that's going to be the last thing that I do to this layout. And I will be done. Yeah. Anyway, I hope you all have fun on the hop. I will leave a link below for everybody else that's on the hop. And I'd love it if you'd leave a comment. And if you like the video, please hit a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed, I'd love to have you subscribe to my channel. Well, I hope you all have a happy, scrappy week. Take care. Bye.